I didn't realize I was overbooking my life until my weekends didn't feel like my weekends anymore. I'm sure there are many people who can relate to that. And for me, it got to a point where it was becoming too much and I knew I had to change something. Today, we're gonna talk about what can happen when you start to overbook your life too much, like I was, and how to routine that still prioritizes the people you love and care about in your life, but also protects you and the things you need. My schedule is so packed, it was to the point that I was booked out for weeks to come. If someone reached out to me and asked to make plans with me, it would take them probably like 3 months before I could find time to see them. And that's how much I was packing into my life and scheduling out. That's not a fun feeling. I think I was just living life and you see all these opportunities and I wanted to seize them. But then I created a routine that other people realized that I was always out and doing things, that I was very go, go, go and out and about. I created my own system of expectations of what I'm going to give other people and what people are going to give me. And what that ended up doing is it actually snowballed slowly over time into a point that I started to not only hate my weekends and not look forward to them because my weekends were dedicated to all these things that I felt obligated to do or I pushed myself to do. I also started to feel exhausted. I started to get resentful about people asking to spend time with me. And it also led me to feeling really anxious. That anxiousness was not fun. It's a feeling I didn't recognize in myself. I'm an extroverted person. I get energy when I'm out at things, but everyone has a breaking point and everybody has a limit to where you need to stop and prioritize your own needs and rest and all the things that us humans need to thrive and survive. And as this was happening, I knew it got to the point that I looked at my calendar and realized it was just full of blocks and full of commitments to things. And I knew I had to stop. But the idea of stopping was overwhelming. Where do I even begin? What do I do? What does that look like? And how am I going to cope with this shift in my behavior and my schedule? When it really started to hit me was when I looked at my calendar and I realized that my life and how I was viewing the time with the people I love and care for as a schedule and a chore rather than, hey, I'm gonna schedule in this day to spend time with this person that I love and care about. I can't keep going forward with my schedule like this because it's impacting my perception of my relationships with people. And truthfully, I want to be a busy person anymore in that way. And for some people it works and that's great. But for me, I was stepping further away from the things that matter to me and the things that are important to me than I would be if I had adjusted my schedule to make room for things that do matter and things that are important to focus on. And it's okay that I changed my mind. It's okay that my priorities shifted. I remember having this feeling of, well, is this who I am? Or is this what I'm convincing myself that I don't want to spend time with these people, but I'm extroverted. I get energy when I'm out with these people. Am I limiting myself from these experiences just because I think I'm overwhelmed? That's where I had to sit down with myself and look inward and say, no, this is what you want. You do want to slow down. You do want to make more time for you. You want to have a more well-planned life that isn't jam-packed so you can change how you view everything, view how you spend time with people, view how you spend time with yourself, shift your view on your time at home, what missing out looks like. And this is where I started implementing changes into adjusting how I was gonna do this shift, because it's very hard to go from constantly busy to not busy at all. I had to decide for myself what that looked like. One of the things I did, I sat down and I made a priority list of what matters to me and why I'm spending time with these people. And when I am spending time with these people, what does that look like? Am I going out with a big group of people, or am I prioritizing where I'm just hanging out with my close friends? Do I need to go to this party that has a lot of people? Not really. Am I gonna get anything out of it? What am I looking to get out of these experiences? And there's a point in your life where if the answer is simply to have fun, that's okay. You can go out and you can do that thing and you can have fun. But it also gets to a point in your life where you start to ask yourself, am I actually having fun anymore? And I think that's a big transition we all go through, where the things that we once found enjoyable and fun suddenly become a bit forced. But habitually we've been doing them for so long, we just keep going about it. I had to stop and really ask myself, what makes me happy? What brings me joy? What do I consider fun? And that really helped me narrow down what I want to do with my time, what is important to me to do with my time. The biggest thing I did that helped make this shift for me, I still use a scheduling technique, but I used it for me. It felt very silly at first, but it was incredibly helpful. It's also stopped me from filling empty days because it wasn't an empty day. It was a scheduled day. However, what was on the schedule? Me. It was me, my time with me. That was what's in the schedule. I would literally schedule in my calendar me time. But this is the thing. You have to stick to your schedule. So if somebody says, hey, are you busy Saturday? You can say, sorry, I have plans. I actually scheduled in time just to be at home today. That's my plan. I really need to recoup. I really need to recharge. I'm feeling a little burnt out and I just want to spend the day at home. If somebody loves, cares, and respects you, they will respect that schedule, 100%. And sometimes I still utilize that technique to ensure that I'm doing things that bring me joy and I don't just sit and rot on the couch and scroll on my phone all day as well. So I'll wake up and I'll be like, hey, let's make a to-do list. It's not make the bed, do laundry, go get groceries, clean the house, wash your car, clean the inside of the car, take the dog for a walk. It's not this wild list that is unattainable to do in a day. It is whatever your hobbies are. I like to read, I like to knit. So spend time reading today, spend time knitting today. The two things I touched on kind of lead into small habit changes, which is what initially is what I did. So scheduling in time for me in my calendar. And then as I did that slowly separated how packed my schedule was getting and how busy my schedule was getting. And then the curated to-do lists that were manageable. And like your to-do list doesn't always need to be a list of absolute musts. It can be fun things to do today. Color because I want to. Read because I want to. So it helps me stay accountable for what matters to me and what brings me joy. From that previous list we talked about, sitting down and making a list of all the things that bring you joy, it can really help you just ensure that you're on the right track and you're doing things for you and that you're happy. Lastly, this one is really hard. You have to step away from the guilt tripping.
Please come. Oh my gosh, it won't be the same without you there. Oh, we were really hoping you'd make it out today. Oh my gosh, like, can you please just come? Like, please.
Everything's situational. Of course, there may be a reason why they're asking you to come, and we always have to keep that in mind. But if it's just a random hangout, there's no big plan, and you just want to stay at home and recoup and recharge, you have to learn to like let that roll off your shoulders. And the more you do it, the more you become comfortable with it. I think a big fear we feel is that we're gonna disappoint people we love and care about, or we're gonna hurt their feelings. And the only way you're gonna get past that is to put yourself in those moments, and then you'll learn that's very likely not happening. They're not upset of you. They're not talking negatively about you. It's just okay. It was okay for you to stay at home and to recoup or whatever you needed to do. So now that I've implemented all of those, what does life look like now? Life is great. Life looks like still spending time with your friends and family and the people you care about, but it also looks like recharging, cozy days at home, and a beautiful balance of quality time with both them and yourself. I kind of looked at it as I was coming back home, pun intended, to what I once enjoyed and what once brought me joy. And it's okay that I'm that person again. I'm not living life. I'm still doing things that I love and care about. I'm still spending time with the people I care about, but it's just a lot more balanced, and I have a lot more time for self-care, and that is everything to me. It's truly been a life-changing shift for me. And if you are somebody that's running on autopilot, you're somebody who also feels this way, who has no time for themselves. And I understand everybody's situation is different. Some people have kids, some people are on their own, but there's still a level of give that we give others in our lives. And you also need to give back to yourself. And if you're somebody who has done this shift too, or somebody who's overscheduled, or somebody who once was and isn't anymore, share below. I want to hear what you did to help. I'm sure all the advice would be welcome to people. I'd love to hear and I'd love to know. And us extroverted, introverted girlies need time too. We need time too. Have a lovely rest of your day, week, evening, month, whatever place and time you're in. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.